And when I was 19, I started looking for my biological family because I wanted to know some of the answers. But more importantly, I wanted them to know that I was not angry. You know, I had something very horrific happen to me, but I'm not a victim. I am so blessed.
Good for you.
To be alive. And so I wanted them to know that, and I wanted to set them free. You know, I know far too many people who have been touched by an abortion who suffer in their lives. And so I didn't want my parents, my biological parents, to suffer throughout their lives. And it took me 10 years to find them.
Wow. Your dad, when you did find him, was not long for this world.
That's true.
You didn't meet him, but the letter you sent was in his possession, and you have a piece about that. You've made recent contact with your mother, your biological mother, but the two of you have not yet met.
That's correct. You know, I like to believe that I have a really strong faith, and I know that I do, but I think I still limit God. And, you know, I know what Jesus did for each and every one of us, but there are times where I think, he can't touch this one. And that has been an amazing gift for me to see that nothing in our lives is untouched by God. There is nothing that can't be redeemed. And for me, having contact with my biological mother has been, although difficult to hear all of these painful things, it has been the most amazing thing because, you know, looking for them to set them free, I didn't know that they were forced to have that abortion. And I didn't know that they had never been told that I survived.
It's so dark on one side, isn't it? It's so horribly dark and evil. But God, and you, girl, are walking in his delight in you. And that's why you can take this love that I understand your mother doesn't, she can't fathom. Not just that you don't hold bitterness toward her, but that you love her. And you've got some siblings, some half-siblings.
I do.
Hopefully you'll be connecting with too. This is an unfolding story. But, hey, we missed one of the sweetest parts. Your husband, Ryan.
He's pretty sweet.
Your little Olivia, you said, changed your life.
She
your
did.
Baby girl.
Yeah, my oldest will be 6 this spring, and it makes me teary when I say that. She'll probably be 30 and I'll still be crying that she's getting older. But yeah, I wanted motherhood terribly. And even though I'm healthy, the doctors never really knew if I would be able to have children.
Really?
And so she really did change my life. And, you know, it's changed my life because I do this as much for her as I do for everyone else. Because, you know, as a mother, I look at her every single day, and I have to live with knowing that she never would have existed if that abortion would have succeeded in ending my life. And I will tell you that that changes you. It gives you something to really wrap your head around and know just how precious life is.
We have a picture of you with a beautiful Olivia bump before she landed. And this is, I'm sure, when all kinds of emotions and perspectives were surfacing, and ultimately, for Olivia's sake, would become a part of your mission, and would lead to the Survivors Network. These stats we checked, current, nearly 100,000 are aborted in Canada each year, and 1.2 million babies in the U.S. You are on a mission.
I'm grateful for that mission.
You've just come from a school. Tell me what.
A couple schools this morning.
2 this morning. Tell me what are you messaging to the young children, to the school kids?
You know, I have to first of all say, students are so responsive. I think sometimes people think maybe, you know, high school students aren't going to be attentive. And the one statement people always say is you could hear a pin drop when you speak to them. They are literally on the edge of their seat. And it's because they want to hear this message. And the message is, if abortion hasn't affected you or someone else in your life yet,
it will.
And what's it going to look like when it happens? You know, what are you going to do? What kind of information are you going to give to someone? Can you forgive? Can you heal? You know, what are you going to do in your life? And the other message, of course, is that abortion does affect all of us and for generations to come. And they want the truth.
Wonderful. And all those issues are tied up in this. And we would be remiss if we didn't say that Olivia is soon to have, we think, a baby brother. There's another little baby bump happening here.
That is true.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I don't know if the camera is going there. But yes, I'm about 17 weeks pregnant with our third child. We lost a child in the middle. But you know what I told those students today, too? Our second child's life is just as important and precious to us as these other two children. And, you know, I'm so grateful to God for giving me this life and, you know, trusting me with these children. It just doesn't get any better than this.
Melissa, poster girl for your past doesn't have to impact your future. Not in a derailing way, but it's a choice. You could have been locked up and bitter and a victim for life, just with a mantle of rejection. But no, you've just pushed through with the grace of God, and you're a message to all of us today. The power of forgiveness and the love of God. Keep going. We're cheering you on.
I appreciate that.
Hey, send pictures.
I will.
We want to see the new one, too.
We
haven't seen Olivia yet.
Thank you so much.
Keep visiting, all the way from Atlanta.
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
I would take Atlanta.
Weather-wise. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.